Hi, I'm Disi, I like dogs, and I've experienced mental distress. So I had a pretty dysfunctional family growing up, and we have quite a lot of family history of mental distress. My personal mental distress definitely started around about my first years of high school, but it was at its worst when I was 16, just before I left school. Most of my friends were older than me, so they had already left. I had no drive at all, and I would literally just lie in bed staring at my ceiling, just thinking about everything else I could be doing with my life that I wasn't. I just had no positive connections in my life at the time. I just felt really isolated and like I had just nothing to do. So I decided the best thing for me was to leave school and pursue what I wanted to do in my life and my career, which focuses more around dogs. So I moved to Auckland and I just met so many people that were very positive in my life. I moved into a house that feels very much like home to me. I never felt like I could talk to anyone about mental distress. I just felt like my feelings weren't valid in any way because, I was very young. So I thought people would say, you'll grow out of it. Since leaving school and since feeling like no one would ever listen to me, I've actually myself chosen to go to a doctor about it. So I've actually made the decision that my feelings do actually matter. Thinking about it in a medical way as it is an illness definitely helped me. So in school I did reach out for help. They did nothing about it, nothing happened. I reached out to the school, to the system they had in place for students that needed help with mental illness, and I got nothing from it. There definitely needs to be an environment in the school where you feel like you can talk about it and a system set up that is much more supportive. I found amongst the teachers and faculty that there was a lot of stigma and they wanted to just write it off as a sad day, and it just felt awful to be invalidated like that. There was a time that I did get a chance to open up about my mental distress, but because I was so young at the time, I believe I was 14, they made my dad come with me. I wish that I had the chance to have gone alone so that I could have opened up about how I was feeling and then got advice on how to tell my dad, rather than being forced into a situation where they wanted me to open up about how I was feeling with my dad right there in this room that was so sterile and scary. It just wasn't a welcoming environment. Looking back on everything I've gone through, if there was one thing I could say to my younger self, it would be not to put my self-worth in the hands of other people and to respect myself more as a person for who I am.
Yes, and do you like who you are now?
Absolutely, I'm fucking great.
See,
Let's get wrecked!